Hello, I'm Elana Francis Spezio, and I've been on this earth for a very, very long time, mostly in the United States, and I've actually lived a number of different lives. I knew I was a little different basically the first day of kindergarten. For those of you who live in Rochester, I walked into my first day of kindergarten at number 35 school. Mrs. Voss was the principal. That's the only name I remember from kindergarten. And I walked in, totally afraid, because I'd never socialized before. Totally afraid, a total new experience, what's going on here. And the girls are over in one area talking with each other, and the boys are over in another area. And I went over to the people that I would be most comfortable with, started talking with the girls. And that felt good, that felt right to me. Because prior to that, I always felt kind of, I know for a 4 or 5 year old, I felt like out of water, fish out of water. And then the teacher wanted to separate us and regiment us and everything, which, get control of the classroom. I understand classroom management. And demanded that I go stand with the boys. Didn't work for me. Of course, being a creature of duty, which I have been throughout most of my life, I complied. But it felt wrong, and it was that day, that morning, that I realized that everything that my parents were trying to do to me, to make me into a good little boy, obedient little boy, I'm a girl. So it didn't work for me, but then I spent the next 25 years of life being dutiful, doing my duty, as trying to be a man when I'm not, getting married, having children, having a professional career, going on and getting my undergraduate work at Syracuse University and my graduate degrees at Boston University, going on to a professional career, where actually I was fairly well known over much of Western New York at the time. But there was constantly this dread in my heart, this sense that I really wasn't being true to myself and was really not being fair to anybody else. And it took more and more energy. And as I grew older, it took increasing amounts of energy just to continue the facade of being a male. And finally, too late probably, certainly too late to not damage my family, I made the change. And from then on, I've lived a number of very interesting lives, some painful, some not so painful, ups and downs, but authentic. And anything else you hear from me are going to be little stories that are based on my experiences in some of those lives that I've lived. I've been a clergy person, I've been a nursing home administrator, I love square dancing, and I was involved in several square dance clubs, including being an officer. All these as a girl, woman. Been a farmer's wife. Lots of great stuff. I don't know what else to say.